let's get started with questions. The first round of questions will go to parents. Do you remember the time when you were looking for a school for your children? I guess it was a tough time for you to make a right decision. Why did you choose our school originally? Did the school meet your expectations, and in which way? Rosanna, you will start first.
Okay. So I started looking for a school for my son a little bit more than 2 years ago, actually more than that. Originally I took him to a public school with which I was completely dissatisfied because of different reasons. The big number of students in class, around 30 students, lack of attention, assigning homework and not checking it, and which led to lack of completely no education. So I brought him to Queen's Collegiate for different reasons. First of all, small number of students in classes, which is awesome. Teachers are highly educated professionals, and the child, my child, I'm talking specifically about my child, is constantly in the center of the teacher's attention. So I changed the school. We switched from public to Queen's Collegiate, and we're very, very happy with everything. My son is in good hands now, and his future is not at stake anymore. We're very happy.
Oh, we are happy too. Alia, what can you tell us?
Well, I think that one of the things that people might wonder, that because you work there, is that the reason why you brought your child to the place that you work? Actually, it's not so simple as that. I think because you work in a place, you're aware of both the advantages and the disadvantages, and you weigh your options. And ironically, I felt that bringing Ariana to Queen's Collegiate would not be a disadvantage. There was no favoritism. There's no, there's no need for her to feel that, okay, because my mom's a teacher, there will be, things that will be different for me. She's treated as a student just like everyone else. But I think what helped me bridge the gap of deciding between taking her to another school versus this school was the fact that I felt that the individual attention that each student received, especially as far as their, talents or needs are concerned, was met in the school. And that to me was very important, because I think when you are in high school, that's a really important sort of turning point as far as children's journeys for education is concerned. Either you will begin to hate a subject or you will embrace a subject. And that's where the teachers come in. And that's what we were looking for. We were looking for a school where they would encourage, they would motivate, they would help them build the strength that the child already had, and the weaknesses would be addressed as well, in a way where they were not breaking a child's confidence. And I think that a lot of times with schools, that's what happens. There's too many students in one class. A student's confidence is broken because they are not given the attention or the time that they need. And this is something that the school was really able to sort of focus on, giving her exactly the kind of attention that was required. And by attention, what I mean is educational attention, as in if a topic is unclear, she was able to talk to the teacher, clarify questions, clarify what was happening, and not be fearful of reaching out to the teachers.
Okay, thank you. So let's move on to the next question. What is the biggest impact the school has had on your child? What changes did you notice with your child while at school?
Okay. In my case, in the case of my child, the impact was phenomenal. It was amazing. I didn't even expect it to be that big. First of all, he became much more responsible than he used to be. He improved all his marks. He became much more hardworking. He started doing his homework finally, and without me telling him constantly, do your homework, do your homework. He started grasping new materials much more easily, because whenever I used to help him a lot, and we really had a problem with grasping new material, with getting it. Yeah, it was a little bit slower than I would like it to be. Now we have no problem with that. And what was of utmost importance for me, that's his math. He is very, very good at math now, which was my lifetime dream. I wanted my child to be very good at math, and he couldn't do that in his previous school for different reasons. Again, the number of students, lack of attention. Now he is perfect. His math teacher is, again, a very, very good specialist. She's a brilliant specialist, and thanks to her and thanks to all the circumstances we have, they have in the Collegiate, yeah, he's perfect at math now.
Oh, that's great. Thank you. Thank you for your insight. What about Alia?
For me, I think for Ariana, the greatest impact was, this new love of science. She was initially fearful that, maybe chemistry would be a very tough course to take, especially at that level when you're at high school. The sciences get so much more harder. But that was not the case. What happened is that she now has a new fondness for science, and she's taken chemistry, she's taken other science courses in Queen's Collegiate. And as she's gone through the courses, she's realized that she has a natural aptitude for it and that she's fond of science. And I think that that's something that a lot of students miss out because of their fear of certain courses, whether it be science, whether it be math, whether it be English. There are some natural fears that work within students. And I think what happened is that through Queen's Collegiate, she was able to overcome that fear. And this has had a huge impact on her, because for university going forward, she wants to study science. And I think that that's a positive influence that Queen's Collegiate has had on her.
Okay, thank you so much. Now, do the values of the school match to the value of the parents in the community?
Of course, that's, I think that's the most important thing. And the school teaches him the same values as, oh, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Oh, I think Svetlana can now. Can you hear me, Svetlana?
Yes, yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I say that's the most important thing, at least for our family. The school teaches him the same values as we teach him at home. Yeah, that's kindness, that's empathy, that's integrity, that's being a hard worker, which is one of the most important things, and respect, gratitude, compassion. And yes, of course, the values of my family match the values of the school my son is in right now.
Thank you. Alia?
Oh, definitely. Because if the values were not the same, I would not have brought her here. Should I pause for Svetlana to come back?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, okay. Should I continue? Sorry, Svetlana, should I continue?
Thank you so much. And
oh, I didn't finish because I paused.
Yeah, so I think we have a problem with the Wi-Fi. Okay, if you didn't finish, please continue.
So I was just saying that absolutely, if the values were not the same, then bringing her to this school would not be an option. And because the values are a perfect match for us is why we have brought her here and why we've been so happy here. And I'm not just saying that because, because of the circumstances. I'm saying that because I do feel that, the teachers instill within the students a sense of responsibility, kindness, being aware of your environment, giving back to the environment and society. And of course, what's happening around the world. So this kind of awareness and value system is exactly what any parent would want for their child.
Okay, thank you. So parents usually learn about their kids' school from their kids' everyday stories. What do your children say about our school?
My son constantly tells me that his classes are engaging, and he loves every minute in his classes. And he's telling me about the teacher's attention, which he didn't used to have before in his previous school. So their attention, they're always focused on each student in class. And the main thing is that he wants to go back to school. I don't have to make him every morning as most parents do. So he's going there willingly, and we're so happy about it, both me and my husband.
That's awesome. So, and the last question to you will be about the personality of our school. How would you describe the personality of a school if it's if it would be one person? How would you describe in 3 words?
Okay. So probably I would discuss the 3 words I would discuss the school with is supportive, friendly, and probably highly educated.
Thank you.
I think that's the most important things for us.
Yes, yes,
for parents.
that's true. That's true. What about Alia?
3 words. I would say effective. I would say warm, and I would say educational support, like Rosanna said.
Okay, great. Thank you, parents, for your support of our school, for nice, warm words about our school, and we really appreciate it. Now let's move to discussion with our alumni. So Sasha, Amira, Masha, Dasha, I hope you are connected now. So I'm going to ask you questions.
Oh, camera turned on.
Yes.
Hi, Miss. Sorry, I'm starting first. My phone died.
Can you please introduce Amira yourself, because we missed your introduction.
Hi, my name is Amira. I'm a high school graduate alumni, and I've been at Queens since grade 9.
Okay. And Alia, can you please introduce yourself?
Can you hear me?
Yes, we hear you.
Well, my name is Alia, and I'm a high school graduate going to Sheridan College, and my major is going to be computer engineering technician.
Okay, so welcome to our presentation. So, the first question to you, if you had studied at another school before moving to Queens Collegiate, what, to the best of your knowledge, most differentiates our school from others? Recollect your experience at our school and compare it with your previous school. What was different between the schools you attended?
To be quite honest, other schools do pale in comparison to Queens. And I remember when I used to go to public school for like nearly a month, before coming to Queens, the differences were outstanding. The one-on-one attention from its teachers can really change the way you feel about the subject and its content. And I'm very glad to have switched over in my grade 9 year.
Great. So, Dasha?
Hi. I think the main difference between my previous school and Queens Collegiate is that teachers here really care about students. They keep it as the highest priority to help everyone to understand everything and pass all exams to get the future they truly want. Hi. So the biggest difference between my previous school and Queen's Collegiate was that in my previous school there were like 30 students in the class, so it was really hard to focus on the material. But in Queen's Collegiate, you can study with 5 to 10 students in one class, and then it's really easy to focus on the material and listen to teacher, participate in all classwork.
Okay, that's wonderful. And Sasha? Sasha or Ilya?
Okay, so
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
can I?
Yes, yes.
So the school I studied before was basically regular Ukrainian public school. They didn't have anything new to offer, they didn't teach you any basic, actually useful subjects or subjects that will give you an opportunity to be better in the future, like finances or drama or public speaking, like anything that will make you a better person in general, not to just make you more struggle or more grinding subject, like whether it could be a chemistry or any other like serious major. So perhaps I would say that this was the main thing for me to study here. And then another one, that the school is actually pretty small, so the teacher has time for everyone, and he will value your opinion. You can talk about different things. You can make an argument, and he will never say no to you. He will listen to your opinion, and then he will correct you if needed.
Thank you. What about Sasha?
School in Russia was a very stressful place for me, and I spent a lot of energy on the lessons without gaining any useful skills. And school in Russia teaches to be obedient and set everyone to the same mindset, while our school, Queen's Collegiate, allows students to express themselves. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. So when you studied at our school, what did you like the most? What did you appreciate the most? Has your perspective changed now when you're out of school for some time? Amira?
Yeah, sorry, miss. I would say I must admit I did take in granted for at some points in school, because of course no one really likes school. I quite enjoyed English very much, also law class and literature. Drama is also one of my favorites, and acting and performing with my friends was really fun for me. And now that I truly look back, I'm amazed by how much time was spent on me, and like how teachers have seen my potential through all of it, and I'm very thankful for that.
Okay, that's great. Dasha?
I would say the most important thing that I appreciated the most is the teachers, because of their readiness to help and supportiveness. It was really it was extremely important to me to study in the place with the supportive teachers, and thanks to Queen's Collegiate that provided me with that opportunity.
Thank you.
Same for me. I appreciated teachers the most because they were trying to teach us everything they know. That's
Okay, Ilya.
Okay, so teachers are, of course, they're very like parents, like they will help you and everything. But another thing I would consider is the students, because when you're studying in a small school, over time, your peers and classmates build very tight relationship. You can hang out during the lunchtime, do some activities after school. And like you said, looking back at the time, my views haven't changed much, but the only thing I regret that there were some individuals who didn't want to participate in certain activities, obviously missing out. So to anyone that who just coming to school, I would just say never, never refuse to anything, or just if you really don't want to go, just just don't do what they do, but just hang around, because you can still make some friends, talk about things, and just be a good peer.
Yeah, I understand. Okay, what about Sasha?
Um, so,
Can you turn on the camera, please?
huh?
Can you turn on the camera? We want to
Huh?
see your face.
What?
Okay, so now your opinion.
Can you see me?
Yes, I hear you.
Um, so at first I was very skeptical about new school because it was completely different from Vietnamese.
Yeah, what did you like the most in our school?
Yes, can you see me?
What did you like the most in the school?
I'm sorry, miss.
Do you hear me?
Miss, can you see me? Okay.
Yeah, I can
So
see you
at first I
from
was
time
very
to
skeptical
time.
about new school because it was very different from places I've been studied before. But my opinion changed and I realized how Queen's Collegiate is amazing. I appreciate the teachers the most. They're very supportive and they will spend their lunchtime with you working on exams or homework. Also, the classes were very entertaining and we could spend a lot of time just discussing topics. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's great. And what do you find most surprising at our school, Amira?
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, sorry. What was the question?
What you find most surprising at our school?
Oh, when I first arrived, I was weirded out by the loud personalities and already welcoming atmosphere. So I was standing there like with a concerned look on my face because everyone was in costumes when I came. So it was October 31st, Halloween. So I was weirded out. I was like, this is really odd. And then that's not the best way to meet friends, and especially like friends like you with a long time. So all in all, it wasn't that bad, but I was just very weirded out by all the costumes because I didn't know. I forgot it was Halloween. So that was the most surprising thing.
Yeah, interesting.
I think the most important, the most surprising thing for me was the size of the school, because considering all the great teachers and principal in the school, I didn't really understand why this school is not that popular as other schools.
Okay.
So for me, the most surprising thing was that I can be a good student. What was the question? Surprising.
Surprising. What was most surprising?
Okay. That I can be a good student, thanks to the teacher that were spending time with us, explaining everything, and I, as a international student, I could understand the material clearly.
Right, Alia?
Well, the thing I was surprised by the most was the amount of people with different backgrounds, religions, and just different beliefs. And you meet such a big amount of people who believe in like different things from you. You start to realize how small-minded you were, and eventually getting like more knowledge about other cultures and religions, and helps you to make partnership bonds and friends in the future because you can know what people are here. Yeah.
Okay, good. So, and Sasha?
Видно меня? Видно?
No,
Я пытаюсь проверить.
the camera is off.
Okay, let me try again.
Okay.
Oh,
So what
So-
was the most surprising?
the most surprising thing was supportive environment. I became more confident thanks to Queen's Collegiate. I could always rely on people here, and everyone was incredibly kind and friendly. My English was quite bad when I first joined the school, but students and teachers accepted me and taught me a lot.
Mhm. That's wonderful. What one thing would you change about the school for the better if you had to choose something?
What I would change. One second. One thing I would change, sorry, about the school for the better, would be maybe if they had better snack options for lunch. But the chips and the ramen noodles are fantastic. But no, in all honesty, I wouldn't change anything because the school is very honest and trustworthy and loving. So there's not really much that I would change. Plus, the school's character lives within the walls. So changing anything already seems wrong.
Okay. It's interesting to hear.
The only thing that I would change is the number of students, because I strongly believe that every student deserves to study in such a great school with such great teachers. That I was lucky to have opportunity to study.
Okay, thank you.
So the fact that there are not many students can be advantage and disadvantage at the same time, but personally I consider that as a advantage, because only 4 people can study in one class in educational and peaceful atmosphere.
Yeah, it's a good insight. Ilya?
Oh, well, like Amira mentioned, I wouldn't really change anything, but I would just make the lunchtime a little longer and of course snacks, food choices. It'd be nice to have, more food choices. That's it.
Mhm. Okay, good to hear. Sasha?
Can you see me?
So what would you change about the school?
Yes, can you see me? Okay. I would love to have longer breaks and more food choices for lunchtime.
Okay, we'll take into consideration. Thank you. Okay, so a school is like a living organism and can be compared to a human being. Can you describe the personality of our school as a single person in only 3 words? Amira?
To describe the school.
Yes, in 3
Oh.
words.
To describe the school is honestly really hard, depending on who you ask. But I would have to say 3 words to describe the school are talented, strong-minded, and inspirational.
Okay, thank you.
I would say supportive, patient, and ready to help.
Great.
I would describe Queen's Collegiate as a caring, supportive, and inspiring school.
Awesome. Ilya?
Well, I would describe the school, positive, proactive, and patient.
Yeah, thank you. And Sasha?
I would describe our school as reliable, acceptable, and friendly.
Friendly. Great. Okay, so and my last question to you will be, what advice would you give to students just entering the school? Amira? Amira?
She can answer right now.
Okay, so you can answer.
Okay,
What
I would
advice would you give to students just entering the school?
I would tell them to be confident, to be themselves, do not be shy, and trust people, trust the teachers. They're very friendly and very nice, and they will always support you. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Ilya?
Okay, so I would advise them on only two things. The first one will be to never rely on teachers. Though, you know, teachers here are nice and all that good stuff, you should never exploit their kindness. You should never ask them questions like when it is so simple and like so obvious that it would be a weird thing to ask them about it, you know? And yeah, like you should never exploit their kindness because if you think once in a while, everybody will benefit, you know? And another thing would be is just never never underestimate your classmates and peers, you know, never make fun of them. And if there is a thing that you find obvious for your country and for your culture, and some people from different countries might find it weird and speak out. So instead of making fun of them for, you know, not knowing certain things, you just it would be better if you just rather explain that to them instead of making fun of them, you know?
Yeah, you're
Because
right.
if you educated people who live here, you know, they will be more up to date, you know?
Okay, thank you. So what about Amira?
For the new kids starting at the school, I would say focus, listen to your teachers, and try to make most of your time.
Okay, great.
To any student entering this school, I would say to be hardworking and don't be shy to ask anything you want to from teachers.
Okay, great.
I would definitely recommend them to actually spend time on studying, do every assigned homework, assignment, essay, and project. Also take an advantage of studying in private school because you basically have tutor for every single class.
Thank you so much. So thank you all participants for your insightful commitment and comments that you made about our school. We really appreciate your feedback, which is very useful for us. And I wish all of you good luck in your future endeavors. Thank you. Bye.